Hey all, I'm live. Hello everyone. Waiting to see a lot of people today because it's an interesting topic. Waiting for people to join in as it's an important topic today, how you can develop business through events. Events is such a powerful tool that now it's a time that you leverage that platform and start developing business through events. Till now, there have been the ways we are doing the business, like maybe giving the ads in newspaper, TV advertisements, or social media advertisements. Nowadays, the new thing is engaging audience in the social media and giving a lot of advertisement on social media. So these are the common thing how we are developing our business currently and getting clients, word of mouth, joining some referral networks, maybe getting a referral through client to the another network. If you're a product company, then you sell your product through the e-commerce website. So there are a lot of ways what already people are developing business, and we all are currently doing business. But yes, events are the most powerful tool when it comes to developing business. You know why? Because you directly connect with your audience, you directly interact with your audience, you get an opportunity to touch your audience, touch base your audience directly. See, you don't get an opportunity when you're doing a print media ads. You are not interacting with your clients face to face, whereas in events you're interacting with your clients face to face. And that's why I thought, let me share some tips with you which will help you to develop your business through events. And I've seen a lot of people doing events but not leveraging that. So let's start leveraging that. Let's do the value driven events when we are helping our people and also we are generating the business at the same time. Okay, so let's start. So I will start with my topic today, how to develop business through events. Okay. So firstly, if your intention is to get the customers or get the leads through events, the qualified leads through events, then you need to create a focus driven event. There might be some events which might be already going on in your company, but the focus or the aim of that event is not to generate the leads or generate a business, then that will not fulfill the purpose of business. So firstly, you need to create a focus events where you are actually generating the business. Now, how will you create the focus event? So it starts with knowing your audience. So you need to know your audience really well. See, no, generally knowing that this is your target, like maybe this industry is your target, or maybe that particular income group is your target, or maybe that gender specific is your target. That is not enough nowadays. So you need to really go deep. If there is some specific industry which is your target, or maybe there is some specific young group, or maybe the age group which is your target, you need to go in a deep, and you should know what they like, what exactly their preferences are. Because now as a time is evolving, people are also evolving, and their likes, their dislikes are changing. So you need to really go deep. You need to do a deep research. You need to go and do deep analysis on what your target group really likes. Because once you have clarity on that, your event will be based on that. Your event concept will be based on that. And once you are building your event concept on the preferences of your target audience, definitely then you're getting it right, and definitely there is more chances of you developing a qualified lead and having a great business deals. Okay, so first is create a focus driven events. To create a focus driven event, you need to know your audience really well. Go deep and do R&D. So that is my first tip for you all. Now, second tip from my end is you need to have your intentions right. Okay. Now, this is from my experience what I'm talking to, because I keep on interacting with a lot of people about the event problems what they share with me. So now here, if you don't have your intention right, if your intention is like, okay, let the audience come to the event, and I just want that particular audience become my customer, that will definitely not help you to generate to close that deal. You know why? Because you are not really caring about that person. When you want someone to become your client, you need to care about them. You need to provide value to them. When they are coming to your event, what is that you're giving to them? What is that they're getting out of from that event? You need to really know that. So it's really a link. So when you create a focus driven event by knowing your audience really well, then you need to have your intentions really right. The intention has to be providing value, 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 and value. So your content, your context of event has to be value driven for your audience. So when they are coming to your event, what are the values you can provide to them? Then that element again depends on how powerfully you have done your research on knowing your audience, your target audience. So when you have really done a powerful research on knowing your target audience, that's where you can come up with that with certain powerful elements which will definitely help to create a value for your audience. Now value can be in form of maybe building a strong content. Maybe your audience loves to learn, or maybe loves to know about new things. So maybe you can create, or you can call the speaker who is good when it comes to delivering the content. Example, this is one of the examples. Second, if you feel your audience love to have different kind of experiences, then you can create some of the maybe you can say programs or the entertainment, or you can plan some unique thing which will add on to their experiences, right? If your crowd is like, let's say, a young crowd who can be your potential customer, so what is that young crowd like, and what is that they don't get? That is something you can add into your event, that element which will again add value to them. So what is the value? When I say create a value driven events, it depends on the audience, it depends on your audience, what they like, what is that they don't get, but they will crave for that experience if they get that. So that is how you can create value for your audience. Okay, so I hope you are seeing how everything is interlinked. So once you create the focus driven event by knowing your audience really well, then only you will be able to create lot of value for them. And once you're creating a value for them, of course you have win them. And it should not, or like, keep your intention so pure that let me from my end give them whatever they want. Let them have a best experience ever they can have when they're coming to my event. Okay. Okay, so now another one will be focus on your context. Okay, now what is context? Now I'm sure you know the content is something what we deliver. The content is some information what we deliver, but the context is when I say is the energy. So when you go any, like, let me say, if you go to any pub, let's say, and when you enter, how is the energy of that pub? You have a high music, and if you love that, you will definitely enjoy that. But if you're a person who don't love that, definitely you would like to go into the place which is like soothing and calm, right? So when it's about event, you need to set a right energy. So right energy does not always mean of having high music in place. The right energy means when the person is coming to your event, your team who is involved in the event, they're interacting with them in a high energy. They are greeting them, because most of the time what happens is, as a organizers, you all are so involved in a work that when a person is coming, you don't even look at them. Look at them, give smile to them from heart, greet them, give a good handshake to them. This is something which I have shared in my few last videos as well. If they're alone, make sure that you introduce them to someone you know, so that there is an ice breaking done. So these are the small things how you can focus on the context. Okay, context is nothing but how you are interacting with them, how you're setting up the entire energy, entire mood of that event, and how your team is aligned to same thing. Like if one person is aligned and only one person is doing, that will definitely not create. It has to be team alignment. So focus on the context. Context is extremely important. Okay. After that, the most important thing is create human touch points. Again, this is a part of context. Now, what is human touch points? Now, what I have seen is nowadays people are taking help of a lot of technologies when it comes to events. So, which can definitely add on to the experience. No doubt about it. I agree to it. But somewhere you miss on the human touch points. See, after all, we all are human beings. We all like when someone comes, when someone interacts with us, when someone pays attention to us. Every one of us like that. So what can you do? Just keep in your mind, whenever you're planning your event agenda, the human touch points are set in such a way, even the small places, even the small things you're taking care with the human touch points. So when I say human touch points, it means that add a human element. Let your team know how important it is to interact with the person who is coming, how important it is to give a smile to the person who is coming, how important it is to help any of the audience who is there in your event, to help them. If they're searching for anything, there should be always one person should be there who can help them. These are the small things which add on to human touch point. See, technology do its bit, but technology can only add on to the experience, or maybe something new, maybe something to the trend. But the magic what human touch points can do, no technology can do. So you really need to focus on human touch points. Okay, so first is you need to really know your audience well. So so that you can create a focus driven events. Once you really know your audience well, when you go deep and you do the research for that, you will create a focus driven events for them, and you can create a series of them. Okay, give value to them. When I say value, I'm just repeating it so that you can make a note. So give value to them. Value is something, if your audience is someone who loves to have more of the information, so you can maybe have some small workshop for them where the person is sharing the information. If your audience is someone who likes to have fun, so you can have a different entertainment programs created for them. If your audience is someone who really likes to experience something different, then you can create some different experience driven events, giving them different experience so that they come to your events. If your audience is someone who maybe like to network with the people, then create events where you provide the networking to them. So it's a different thing. Once you go deep and you do the research and analysis of your audience, you will get to know it. Please don't just copy paste. I mean, what I have seen is, if someone is doing any events and is going successfully, the another company will just copy paste and start doing the same thing. You really don't have to be. Whatever you want, the brand message you want to give to your audience, whatever you feel the brand value it is, or whatever you feel my agenda is so and so, I want the qualified leads from the events, and this is my audience, then create something different for them. You don't really have to do copy paste. You are different, your company is different, your brand message is different, same way the other companies are different. So create something different for your audience. And what I have seen is, generally the people only know the audience from a surface level. They don't go deep. So when we create events for our client, that's what we do differently. We really go deep. And why we go deep is so that we can actually get the results what our client wants as we commit the results. Okay. So please spend time on what your audience really like, how they have evolved. What is that you feel there is a mismatch right now, or what is that they're not getting? If you give them, they will be really happy. So go deep and do the thorough research on your target audience, and then you plan your event. Then you create the focus driven event for them. Okay, and do create a series of them, because you can't expect just from one event you will develop a lot of business. You really need to create series of them so that you keep on engaging them, you keep on giving value to them. Then, of course, value. Give value to them, the value what they crave for, what they generally don't get. You know what? They will come with unexpected mindset to your event, and once they come there and once they see, oh my God, there are so many things what I like is there in this event. Imagine the experience they have. So even small things create an experience. You really don't have to go elaborate way every time to create experience. Okay. Then the fourth thing is have a strong context. When I say context, have a right energy, right mood in your event. Okay. So when you have that, definitely you're engaging your audience effectively. And for that, you need to have a strong team alignment. If you don't have a strong team alignment, if your half of the team is doing this and half of the team is doing that, that is not going to give you results, because maybe few of the audience might have a good experience and few might go with something really not good or what to remember, right? So team alignment, do the team alignment strongly. It's very important. Hire the people who actually align to your purpose of your event. And if any of this thing is not happening, then you really need to go down and deep about defining your purpose about the event. And if you want to know how to define the purpose about the event, please watch my previous videos which are available on my timelines on my YouTube channel. So please go, and that will really help you, because everything start or the root is purpose. Why are you doing any event? Why are you doing what are you doing? Do you really feel what you are doing right now is giving you result? Do you feel that you need to scrap anything? So go back to the root. Make your root strong. That is purpose. When you have a strong root, when you know how what is your purpose, and your purpose is defined, definitely you will come up with a creative ideas or the creative concepts, and you will help your clients, your audience to give that experience. Okay, so go back to the root. If that is not clear, and if you feel that, you can take the help of my previous video and define the purpose. Yeah. So team alignment, then the human touch points. Create the human touch points, the people what crave for. It's missing in events nowadays. It's really missing, and if you can add that human touch points, nothing like it, you will see the results, you will see the impact of it. So add the human touch points. Make sure the people greet them, people have a smile, people help the audience who are coming. There is actually, it's done with a good intention, and this all happens when you have a strong purpose, when you have done the team alignment. This will definitely happen. So don't forget to add the human touch points. Maybe at the any area of your event, you really need to have, from your pre-promotions to the promotions, to during the event, even after the event, the human touch points are very important, which really need to create. When you're doing the steps, you will definitely not only get the qualified leads, or you will get the business leads, but you will also get the audience who relate to you, who connect to you. And when the people is connecting to you, when the audience is connecting to you, they will be the happy customers of yours. They will be the long-term customers, because they will always remember the care you have given to them, the experience you have given to them, the how worth their time has been utilized at your event. They will always remember this. So this is something which you can't compromise on. You really need to work on knowing your audience properly, knowing your purpose of the event properly, having the team alignment, setting the context, the right context, and creating a human touch points. So when you are doing these elements properly and actually in a focused way, you will develop a great and long-term business with your audience. And if you're someone who participate in any event to develop the business, then you really need to research about that event. So whenever you're participating in any event, you really need to know how the event is getting promoted, to what kind of audience it really gets promoted to, what kinds of audience actually come there, what kind of experience in the previous events audience had, and what is the purpose of that event which is happening. So if you feel once you research on these points, and once you feel okay, these are the points which you connect, and it will help your product or your brand to get business, then you can definitely go and participate in any event where you can develop the business, or you can generate a qualified leads. But please do the research. Please do the qualified research. I will say spend time on R&D, so that you are really knowing more about that event. So don't just participate because you have just heard from someone, okay, they get so much of audience, the footfall is more. No, when the footfall is more, are the people coming who are the quality people? Are you really knowing about the person who comes, will buy your product, or will be interested in your service? Is the promotions of that event done in a right way? So if you're someone who participate in the event, please make sure that you do this thorough research on that particular event, and then you participate. Because after all, when you're spending your money and time over there, and also a brand value over there, so you really need to do and spend. Now, if you really want to create a brand impact through your events, even the developing business is one of the things, but also creating a brand impact and the brand message. These are the points what I've shared really help you, and this is something which we have done for our clients, and we have seen the positive results. And that's when I'm sharing this with you all. So make sure that you follow these points, you implement these points, so that you can see the results. Till the time you don't implement it, you will not see the result. See, just saying that, okay, I know about it, okay, or just saying that, okay, I know and I'm doing it, is not enough. You really need to go deep, and very few people really go deep into a deep research. So please do that. Go to deep research, do the deep analysis of the things, so that you create a focus driven events for your audience, and you get the business from your audience and the qualified leads from the event. Okay, so just to revise once again, create a focus driven event by knowing your audience really well. Go and do the deep research about your audience. Don't just know them from the surface level. Know about their likes, dislikes, what is that I can give to them, what kind of events I can create for them, what is that which will bring them to my event, what is that will attract them to come to my event. Then third is set the right context, the right energy, which is extremely important. So set the right context. Fourth, create a human touch point, again to give that impact, to create that energy, to create the memory, the experience. The human touch points are extremely important. So create the human touch points. Okay, and if you are someone who participate in the events, please research about that event, the kind of audience come, the kind of they promote, the way they promote the events, the way they are bringing the audience and the experience they are providing, what kind of or what quality of crowd comes there, is that really aligned to the brand or the product you are going to sell in that event. So you really need to do a thorough research if you are a person who participate in any event and you who sell the product or the services through that event. Okay, and if you want to create a strong and powerful businesses through events, just whatever I have shared with you, just if you have missed my video, please see the video once again so that you can make note of all this point and start creating the events which will help you to generate more and more leads. Again, I'm saying events are becoming the most powerful tool to generate business nowadays. There were times when we used to rely most on print medias, the TVS. Now the social media and the events are the most powerful tool, the two most powerful tools through which you can develop a lot of business, a lot of qualified leads, and where you get chance to interact with the customer face to face. So don't miss that chance and utilize that opportunity to completely. Okay, so I hope you all have got value from my video today. The tips what I have shared, do implement that. Share with me what are the what how the response you have got, how it has helped you to grow your business. And if you have any queries, please feel free, connect to me. You can ask on my timeline, or you can message me personally and ask your queries. So I really wait for your questions. And anything you want me to cover, any particular topic you feel there is an issue and you want me to cover that topic, you can let me know. You can write that question so that I can start sharing and covering that topics on my live shows. Okay, so thank you so much guys for watching this on Sunday morning. Thank you so much, really grateful to everyone. And if you have missed my live show, no issues, it will be there on my timeline. You can go and watch it again. Thank you so much guys. See you on my next live show.